Welcome to another video on my Raspberry Pi 3 combined with the PiXtend PLC programmable logic control. Equipped with a lot of inputs and outputs that are typical for a programmable logic control, which is in fact an industrial computer. RS-232, CAN bus, digital in, digital out, pulses modulation, relays, and digital output, digital input. But I think I already mentioned that. Also, because of pulses modulation, I can control a servo motor. And one of the things that happened during the setup of this experiment was, strangely enough, that I could not get contact with the Raspberry Pi, which is quite inconvenient because that's what the heart of this whole thing is. It's a network cable, and whenever you put a network cable into a network socket, then a light should start burning if active, and that didn't happen. So I had to pull the plug it again, and then fortunately the light started working. So why it didn't work in the first place is still beyond me. Then, apart from all other connections, I changed this wire because it got disconnected. Digital in, digital output, and I replaced a wire here to the motor, this motor. It was too thick, and maybe that's the reason why it doesn't work. But there's also another thing. Last time, and I can't show you with this camera, but with the other one that is handheld or can be handheld, I can show you with the test routine PX Auto. I can test everything, and for some reason pulse modulate the pulse modulation LED is not working. So that may also be the reason that the motors don't work. And as said, this is a servo motor. This is a small pulse modulation driven motor from fischertechnik, and this is an SG90 motor. Apart from programming in Python on the Raspberry Pi 3B by the way, not 3B plus, because that one is not compatible with the PLC. I also program using Octave, which is not running on here but running on the PC, connected to the serial cable. And last time something went wrong with the data log, which had only one character instead of 6. So that's a mystery. Anyway, I also found out, and I stick to that for now, that serial connection only works one way, which is towards the PLC and not towards the computer. How strange it may seem, but that's the way it is. Anyway, let's see to the computer, or more appropriate to the software, which is running on a laptop. Alright, so then software, Octave, scientific language, programming language, which in this case reads, or it writes everything, and it writes things to a data log. However, not really working. Anyway, let's run stuff the way it should be run. First of all, of course, testing the pulse modulation using PX Auto. And for that I better stretch this terminal. Selecting pulse modulation, and here, maximum is, as you can see, 65,535. And let's change this a bit here, so we can hopefully see the motors run. Or more appropriately, let me take the camera then. Two LEDs, and they should, and one of them should start. That is, of course, when I do it like this. And nothing is happening at all. Absolutely nothing. Alright. So I put it to 0. And then Q for exit. Then 0 test. And once again go. Well, that click is the relay. Then waiting for the pulse width modulation. And nothing happening. So that's not nice. So let's see whatever I can do and see. Putting the camera back to its normal position, and then again, what is normal? So let's check other things if it wants to do anything at all. Alright, another test is to put the duty cycle to 30,000, which is halfway, because it can be set to 65,000. Read out the duty cycle. So read duty cycle and print it. And then see whatever is going on, because I want the duty cycle to be executed. Alright, then come on, no typos please, and it is duty cycle. This should be nice. Reading and setting it. I can also say duty cycle times 2, but let's just set it like this, if this works. And then we should be able to see this one, because I inverted this one. It's no longer on servo mode for this motor. It is on pulse modulation. So no longer for this motor, it is for that motor. Anyway, let's test and run. Whatever may happen, happen. Which is seemingly nothing. So let me also put some print statements. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, right. So it's nice to see where it is. Then print set duty cycle. Read duty cycle. Then I know where I am when I'm there. Then it is nice once indeed to see if anything responds. So it should be here. And two LEDs that are not responding at all. So next step is put the switches back that are here. Here are two switches that either separate or combine pulse modulation with the digital signal. And I'm going to put them back because this is clearly not working out. Oops. Yeah, that's what can happen with handhelds. Yeah, this is the complete picture, but anyway, let's cancel this one and put the switches back in their operating order. And I'm not quite sure if I have to power off, but I'm going to risk that it won't be necessary. So I'm going to take this tweezer and that would be this one. Carefully. Alright. Set to the other setting. And now let's see whatever is going to happen. Alright, so let's test again. I changed the algorithm for Octave a little bit, and that because of the one character that I got, I'm trying to see what happens when I switch colon and 1. Because here I get 1, 1, and I want to know what happens when I have anything and 1. But for that to know, I have to run this one again. Whatever happens, happens. And without the camera pointing at it, let's also press the switch. Well, you can clearly see what happens when I, or do you? Yeah, right here you can see the switch which detects digital input. So a little bit closer. Yep. That works. And now the other one should be activated. Yep, it is. But the pulse modulation LED is not doing a thing, not doing anything at all. So I do hope that I connected it nicely enough, but for now nothing is working at all. But also when I test it, nothing is happening. So it looks like the whole pulse modulation is off for some reason, which would be a shame. Okay, check for data log again. Doing nothing at all again. And then let's close it. Okay, let's see if it actually did do anything. No, it hasn't been written. It has not been written. Oh dear. That's not good at all. So what does it do? It writes if and then data is hello, and it writes the serial data. Yeah. And it prints the data to the file name, to the file. But why doesn't anything else happen? Why doesn't it just work? That is strange. I know that last time the data file with all H, I noticed that only after recording the last time. Pulse modulation is 1, which is pulse modulation mode. That is correct. Read duty cycle and then print duty cycle is duty cycle is 0. Oh, wait, that's not good. It says duty cycle is 0, but I do set the duty cycle to 30,000. Whoa. What is wrong here? Let me check the data. Read and write. That means that I can just set it. Frequency of pulse modulations. Yeah, that's what I do. So what's wrong with that? Which means that this simply doesn't work, which means that the motors don't work. If the duty cycle is 0. And here I'm setting the unless which pulse modulation cycle am I setting anyway? That it doesn't say. Here it is 0 and 1, 0 and 1, but here it doesn't say anything. Ooh. Okay. If the duty cycle is something like that, let's activate this one again. It's duty cycle, so it doesn't do a thing. let's make it 3 anyway. Ooh, why is that? What's wrong with this? Why can I not just save this? Save. Now I can. Strange. Alright, anyway, run it. What does duty cycle say? 0. Strange effect. So if this is just testing. Hello. I'm cancelling it, Ctrl C, but it doesn't respond. So now I am copying this, or trying to copy it, and yeah, that does work. Then again, something is odd. Ctrl S, that does work. But why can I not Ctrl C my program? Oh, oh wait, that's just a name. What I can do is cancel this terminal, which cancels and terminates the whole program. New tab. Name tab. Oh wait. Ha, yeah, that's another one. All caps. That certainly doesn't work. Serial test. Alright. Serial test. Does this work now? Yeah, flawlessly. Okay, caps lock. And now what does duty cycle say? Yeah, 3000. That's odd. Although it doesn't matter because the motors don't do anything at all. Strangely enough. Nothing and nothing. Alright, then nothing. Alright, quit. And then in some time check it. But conclusion is that pulse modulation is completely out, and for some reason I'm doing something here wrong despite the datasheet that I showed you. So I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Alright, these oddities are still inactive, yeah, because I set it here to 0. So that is kind of alright. Data log, once again, 0. Doesn't matter what I do, it stays 0, but except that now it has a timestamp from 8 minutes ago. Let me wait for it to get it finished and then see whatever happens. Why is this not updated nicely? Yeah, this works. This LED doesn't do a thing, or it is so weak that it is hardly noticeable. So whatever is happening, I'm not quite sure. Okay, is it doing something now? Has it done something now? No, still the wrong time, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to end it for now. I have to rethink things. Why is the pulse modulation clearly not really working on hardware side? Why is this not working the way I like, etc. And with this kind of failed experiment with lots of questions and little answers, I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. Very much appreciated, by the way. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. And even if you don't know anything about engineering or technical stuff, still pictures can be nice. With which I refer to Instagram. And please show your appreciation by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired. More information on my website, which is mentioned below under the video. You can also become a patron, and depending on the pledge you make, may have your name mentioned. And my Patreon page is also mentioned below. This is going to be continued. For now, have a nice day, take care, and bye bye. And yes, there's an epilogue, because I already told you that right here I changed something. I changed the one into a semicolon, into a colon, etc. And then nothing happened for a long time. And see what happened now. And let me quit this. Time, for some reason, was updated. Well, long after I ended the experiment. And then I noticed this. Just out of curiosity, I looked at it, expecting a 0 and this time. But now it has been updated. And you already saw it. This is the result. So this causes just a single H being printed, the very first character, and this is the whole thing, everything being printed. Colon means everything in here. So this is what I wanted to show, and that is nice. Unexpected, but very nice. So this works finally. It doesn't mean that the rest works, but at least everything that I write in here works. And that's what I wanted to show. See you next time.